Biophysical, the biological and physical components of the environment. Capacity building, activities undertaken to develop certain skills or competence or for upgrading performance ability. Carnivore, an animal that feeds on other animals. Carrying capacity, the extent to which an ecosystem or resource can withstand pressure from external forces such as degradation, climate variability, development, and internal use. Cascade interaction occurs when one group of organisms indirectly affects another group by feeding on the animals that would have eaten them. Climate, the long-term average of weather in a particular region. Cold cloud duration, CCD, provides an estimate of rainfall by counting the number of hours that cold precipitation clouds, -40°C, are present over a given area for a fixed period of time. Collectors consume fine to very fine organic particles suspended in the water, filtering collectors or filter feeders, or deposited on the stream bed, collector-gatherers. Common pool resource, a resource from which it is not feasible to exclude users, and for which consumption is subtractive. Incentives to improve individual welfare by overusing common pool resources can lead to depletion of the resource for all. An example of a common pool resource is a common grazing pasture or an unregulated lake fishery. Common property resources, renewable natural resources with the characteristics of a common pool resource, that is, subtractive consumption, difficult to exclude users, but to which access is controlled in some manner, typically by the group or unit that manages the resource. Convective rainfall, the formation of precipitation due to surface heating of the air at the ground surface. With sufficient heating, the mass of air becomes warmer and lighter than the air in the surrounding environment, and begins to rise, expand, and cool. Saturation occurs after sufficient cooling and leads to precipitation. Convention on Biological Diversity, CBD. An agreement signed by 150 world leaders at the 1992 Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro. The goals of the CBD include the conservation of biodiversity, the sustainable use of its components, and the fair and equitable sharing of the benefits from genetic resources. Critically endangered, facing an extremely high risk of extinction in the wild. Cultural diversity, a result of cultural adaptations and livelihoods that are created through linkages between languages, social systems, customs, knowledge systems, local histories, and interaction with the environment. Cyanobacteria, a large and diverse group of bacteria capable of photosynthesis, also known as blue-green algae. Deforestation, the conversion of forested area to non-forested area through the removal of trees. Degradation, a reduction in the biological productivity of an area of land. Democracy, a form of government where the population of a society or country controls the government through a process where ministers and leaders are elected through free and fair elections. Deposit feeders, aquatic animals that consume fine particles of organic matter found on and within the bottom sediments. Desertification, the increase of desert-like conditions caused by degradation on arid, semi-arid, and subhumid lands. Detritivores, organisms that consume dead organic matter. Detritus, dead organic matter, the particulate remains of dead plants and animals. Earth observation, DEO, is the study of Earth and its changing environment by observing the atmosphere, oceans, and land through remote sensing technologies. Ecology, the scientific study of 1, the interactions or relationships between organisms and their environment. 2, the interactions that determine the distribution and abundance of organisms. Ecosystem, an interacting ecological unit comprising the biotic community and abiotic environment within a defined area. Ecosystem diversity refers to the variety of identifiable ecosystems in which organisms live. Ecosystem goods and services, benefits derived from ecosystems. Goods provided by ecosystems are usually more tangible benefits such as food products, fuel wood, drinking water, or timber. Ecosystem services are usually enabling benefits that people obtain from ecosystems and include provisioning services, regulating services, supporting services, and cultural services. Hi guys, if this is the first time you've come to my channel, please go down the bottom, hit that subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you can get notified every time I post a brand new video similar to this. Keep watching.